Hello there, this is Darth Ravage07 coming today with another CMD store arrival. Much like a lot of people from last week, I finally got lucky and got my Shockwave and Skywarp in from that wave, as I had zero luck looking in store at my Walmarts in the area, but up and down the eastern seaboard, people are finding them like gangbusters. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. Thanks again for watching. I decided to eat the cost because I've been burning it with gas looking around for it, but I've been really careful with those trips, going and looking and doing one big loop, then going back to the house. You got to do that when stuff's $4 and $5 a gallon. So anyway, let's take a closer look at Skywarp today. At long last, I got the 86 Studio Series Skywarp on the turntable. Special thanks to CMD Store for sending it across the border. Love that. Guys, what's not to love? It's a black and purple Starscream. Starscream will be coming soon. 40th. They film all the stuff, things. Let's crack them open and see how cool he is. But before we do that, pause and scan right there if you're looking in store. Hope your luck has been better than mine, because I have not found squat with Skywarp and Shockwave. Hence, CMD Store with a hookup. Let's crack them open. And out of that box onto the turntable, we have the best life imitating box art, imitating life pose. And guys, this guy is so totally cool. Thundercracker's still my all-time favorite, but somehow the black and purple wears it better until you obviously get to the ugly part back here in the back. The back of the thighs need to be filled in, so there's an upgrade kit from a Facebook post I might be getting into. It does fill in some of this stuff, but I feel like for everything they did right on one side, they could have also did on the other. That's my aggravation. Anyway, I like that you have the option to store it on the legs, or you can actually put it up there and fill in the gaps a little bit. But even those bits, you have that half empty, half full, half empty thing going on, and it's just a minor quip and aggravation. Articulation wise, we've seen this before with Thundercracker. And speaking of Thundercracker, let's get them together on the turntable. And we're 2/3 of the way there with getting our G1 Seekers in the 86 model animation awesomeness. It's just, I know a lot of people don't display like that. For what it's worth, you do some photography and that kind of thing. You just want things to look up moving forward if you're a longtime fan like me. And speaking of looking up, I also did the mod. They can look up and fly away into the sky. Thundercracker looks like he's having fun with his work, and Skywarp looks like he's a man on a mission. Or, before the ultimate transformation in the movie, and I imagine we'll get battle damage versions of these, you have Scourge and Skywarp, in my opinion. A lot of people would say that that is Bombshell that gets transformed into Cyclonus, but I think it's this guy. It's funny how you can change just a little bit of a snip there in the back of the head to give them that flying pose that we've seen so many times in the cartoons whenever they're in robot mode flying along. And here is Skywarp in his jet mode, looking magnificent, sitting on the platform. Life imitating box art, imitating life pose. And what's not to love about the F-15 Eagle? And particularly in my opinion, I really wish the null rays did not have this going on. And since then, I've come across a kit thanks to a post I did on Facebook, and I will probably end up buying that kit just to fix that issue there. I know that they're going for total animation accuracy, and you're always going to have some undercarriage kind of things going on, but I just feel like these should have been able to fold up into this a little bit more. Now, I know that this compresses, but it should have like a landing gear that rolls around out at the bottom, but it already does a lot of stuff, and the way it's designed there, it's just not going to be feasible. This is what drives me a little bit crazy, that they could have had something come down or have a slider or something, I don't know, to have some rolling landing gear. They used to have these with rolling landing gear, just not one piece. And thankfully this is one solid piece, and somewhere they could have used the same material to do that or whatnot. But anyway, it just drives me crazy when they do the hollow out bits and the waffling where this side looks smooth, this does not. And anyway, I get the robot kibble and the stuff in the fuselage and animation accuracy, but it's so close to being totally awesome. Back to this plastic, and this plastic used here, they could have used this plastic to do the null rays as one solid piece instead of clear plastic painted and hollowed out. That said, let's get this guy on here with his other seeker buddy. And now we're 2 out of 3 of having the whole squadron together, just waiting on Starscream at this point, and we'll get them side by side in a 2-man formation. And that is really, really, really nice. It'll look great on the display case if I display them like that. And this is a dream coming true, you know, so at retail. Didn't ever think we'd ever see this happen. Let's get this guy into some final thoughts. Final thoughts on Skywarp. I absolutely love him. I love having him on the turntable with 2/3 of the Seeker trio there, and now we just got to wait around on Starscream to get in here and command these guys. And wow, just I love these. I have my problems with them, but for retail versions, they're still worth the pickup. Not at the inflated, you know, prices they're going for these days, but because of set issues. But I mean, these just look great because you're on display them like this and not like how I got it right here on the turntable. I highly recommend this guy, especially if you're a G1 fan of the movie, fan of the cartoon. They nailed from the front side. They nailed it. All that said and done, make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. I can't wait for Starscream to get here. Thank you again to all those who have subscribed and hung on with me. I'm not going to keep you much longer here other than go out there. People are finding them like crazy. I got this guy in from CMD store, and animated 86 Shockwave. His update's up next. Thanks again. Stay tuned. Y'all have an excellent week out there. Stay safe until all are one, all.